here they come. T1 making their way out onto the stage. This new roster. See how they do fare, because lots of questions, lots of confusion, to be frank, from the fans watching the teams unfold, the teams get put together during this off-season. We said, okay, pick up one king, seems good. Munchkin departure, questionable. He was looking quite good for this team. Then all of a sudden, we're picking up Rossi, we're picking up Easy, we're picking up Excurate. Everyone's like, whoa, what in the hell is going on? But T1, maybe they are so far out ahead of the rest of us, maybe they have it all figured out.
Well, a lot of this is pretty interesting. I mean, you know, the managerial staff for T1, you know, Wawa does a lot of forward thinking, and you know, people like Rossi come from his experience and his time in NA, right? Sure. Where he's been kind of getting a deep into the behind the scenes of that, into the tier 2 scene. And EDG, man, I don't know what needs to be said about these guys right now. Like, they're at the top of their game. They're the best team in their region. I'm sure you guys can hear the cheer from the crowd. I mean, This might actually be, even though we are in Korea, this might be an EDG favored crowd compared to T1, which is not something you get very often. No, not with T1 especially. But that's just how good they are, how charismatic they are, how explosive they can be. You know, they have a unique style compared to a lot of the rest of the world, even compared to a team like Paper X. They're different than them even. You know, sometimes it may feel a little bit T1. I want to see exactly if, you know, they're comfortable yet or not. But I heard Rossi fit right in right away from T1. Like they said from the get-go, he was right in sync with the rest of T1. A little bit of utility to check B. 2 players up into hookah for EDG, and it looks like it's a full-on swing into B, but look at the early positioning that EDG has out of short.
Yeah, they absolutely know that this is going to be the target unless they're pushing up through showers, but now the rotation's going to start coming through. Rossi trying to send out that snake bite. Hits the headshot. Chichu going to be taken down, and with the vulnerable, Rossi will double up. Nobody now going to be eliminated. Kong, Haodong, as well as Smog, still making their way over towards the site. Kong, the first one to arrive. Recover on some of this util here for Carpe, just trying to pick up what he can. Heals come in, but instantly going to be nullified. Smoggy gets the headshot. Side play, however, finds Kong on the back side. Smoggy going to be taken down. Now it's all on Haodong. Very low on HP. Would need to be some monstrous headshots in order to try to turn this one around, but Excurate is swinging around the back.
I'll give him the knife.
Won't go for it. Doesn't want to try to risk it. Will just go ahead, get the right click, and T1 will take the first pistol.
Yeah, so already I'm seeing some really good thing. Kind of backfills his position towards the later stage of the round to cover that final flank there, cut off any hope that Haodong had.
Pushing forward. Play's going to be noted again. Just nobody and Chichu on this side of the map. The rotation's starting to come through rapidly from EDG, but with the teleporter right here alongside them, T1 could do a quick pivot. If they suspect that they have rotated enough players from EDG off that A site, flash in and covering fire is going to be good. Already playing anti-flash, ready for it. They gun them down. Kong's going to have to start making his way over. Side player does get taken out, but it's going to be the wingman plant of the spike. Smoggy just lingers here within the tube. Weapon's going to be juggled back, making sure that nothing for free gets handed over here to EDG. No chance of handing them away back into this.
And EDG had a good read on where those flashes and where the Dizzy would be.
It's already so weird. There's 3 Guardians in play.
Hey, I mean, you're going to go for this site. Look at this.
Oh, yeah.
Bang the boxes, bang the tubes. I mean, it's a good gun to have on a B site if you're going to be playing post-plant deep like that. But I will think, and then they're like, okay, well, this is free. But it actually wasn't, and EDG was able to get some value out of it.
There's the Dizzy, there's a follow-up flash. Smoggy spamming, is able to find one, but Side player and Carpe getting one apiece. Haodong dead. Wingman going for the plant. Kong up above, wanting to try to go for the denial. Does so, dashes, he's out into the open, but still a line side player gets Carpe and keeps them in this round. Now looks to relocate, swapping around the backside of the site. Another dash at the ready, wants to go for the peek. The flash not finding anything. Kong ready to swing the corner. A Guardian from Excurate on the opposite side. Sees the gun barrel and he's got the penetration force, but actually will just swing out wide to be able to just get the headshot. Swaps up the guns. Vandal now in hand.
Last player standing.
Right back into this, but nobody will find the kill. Spike out here in the open. Chichu behind the box.
Toxins going up.
Rossi wanted to play this one out slowly. He's got time on his side. 46 seconds. Nobody watching. Over towards short. Chichu just around, ready. Try to swing back in, but actually no. Doesn't even wait for contact. Will just go for the check himself. Manages to find the kill. And that is going to be EDG picking up the third
kill on to nobody. The player, not not the absence of players. All right. Chichu in towards the octagon. The snake bite gonna land in there though. Keep them backed off. A rotate here from T1. They've been putting a lot of pressure early onto Long B. So this time around, they're thinking, let's maybe spread it a little bit. Let's try to go for some hookah pressure while Rossi maintains things on the other side of the map. And the doggo dealt with. Snake bites, toxic screen come out to buy some time, but time players in the back!
Dashing in, but they don't check the side. Chichu just sat there in the smoke, keeping himself safe. Carpe is going to be able to find Smoggy. Teleporter used as Rossi shifts his way over towards the A site. See, that's already drawing some attention back that way.
Toxin screen down.
He's lingering forward, trying to see if he can catch anybody off guard, but he's not looking over towards that defender's access. Gets taken down. Now, the rest of T1, however, gonna play forward, but Chichu presses up. Oh, and the Dizzy be damned. He gets all three.
Okay, those two players, because T1 has that information. And Kong just, he knew it. He was ready. Easy money for him. And Rossi just not looking in the right place at the right time. A couple rounds, just getting into the groove of things a little bit, but now the buy is a little bit weaker here. Guardians really being favored by T1 so far today. Seems to be that this is something they're identifying as a better, weaker buy option for them.
Nobody just dropping off the top of the tube, playing backside. Flash into elbow, Dizzy over the top. Nobody going to be noted. Sat here actually getting some damage from a bite, I believe. And yeah, I mean, he's so very low. Gets himself rotated around into tube, 9 HP, trying to hold it beside player. Gets the headshot, taking him down. Chichu spraying blindly, trying to find some kind of contact, but nothing to be noted. Plant can come in. 3-player push-up, really looking to try to get control of this elbow and also get that Vandal out of Chichu's hands. Kong in the meantime, though, does open things up, finds one, but side player. A little bit of a jump scare surprise onto him. Rossi at range, finishing off with that stinger. Takes out the enemy Viper. That's all on Haldong and Smoggy to try to turn this one. Both approaching here from Hookah. Push up, sees one. Extra going to be taken down. Smoke not yet dissipating. Side player holding down from 2. Gets the last 2 kills. A 4K for him in the round as T1 will regain a lead.
And the changes up that Saya gets. Saya's got a Blade Storm, so does Kong. Kong with the op. Could opt to pop his blades if needed, but T1 so disciplined there. The comms and the coordination so good on that round for them. So you can see that this roster is already looking pretty good going up against the likes of a team as good as EDG, as we know EDG is so strong.
Moving up. Himself in a very forward position. Execute it, waiting to go on the push, and he's checking for it. The double swing finds the kill, but the up from Kong comes into play. Izu going to be struck down. Looks for another. That's going to send extra packing, but now Carpe in a rough position. Not sure if the op is relocated, and he's just sat here in Hookah. Haldong. Close corner. The swing comes in, managing to get one before falling. Sia player swinging out from showers. Takes out Smoggy, and Carpe on that linger does find Kong as he tries to rotate around. Now it's nobody. Here in the 1v2, he manages to get one. The spike's down. He knows where it's at. He knew that Carpe was still back in Hookah. Flash goes out. Full flash does connect, and Carpe not ready for him over at Lamps. The clutch comes through, and EDG will keep us tied up.
Man, the clutch. Very nicely handled, but Saya gonna dig into the Blade Storm to save a little bit of cash. But they're just backed off.
It'll slow him
up.
Oh my God. Orbital strike, and that rocket goes forward, and Smoggy finds 2. Izu and Carpe both gonna be taken down. You can see Execute was thinking about sending out his own orbital, but given the early deaths, thinks better of it. Still coming to play if they find something else, but a follow-up paint shell. Continue to try to save them off. Smoggy out for blood. Up to the corner. Cloudburst coming down the rush forward. Side player not able to find him. Rossi will trade one back, but Haldong now finding Rossi. Shot. The next there on the expert pushes out of the smoke, and Haldong with 2 HP will keep standing. EDG taking a lead. Lead established for the time being. Saya player. Ooh. Go for the judge. Is newly nerfed. Still can do some significant damage.
You know, like, tons of ults here for T1 though. You've got the Thresh, you've got the Pit, you've got the Orbital Strike, so a lot of space clearing abilities available.
Oh my god, that was dangerous.
Side dashing forward, there's the Orbital trying to clear out. Lambs, Haldong pulls off that spray for just a brief little moment. Does manage to find the kill to Carbon, but then Side player is able to trade it back. Pushes his way up into the smoke. Smoggy wanted to create some distance, realizing, yep, okay, the guy who's near me, he's got a judge. I need to play this from range. Get tucked away, spike planted. Nobody pushing forward, finding Excurate. Chichu flushes out Rossi, and that's the Pit now drop. Side player out into the open, ends up getting taken down. Suddenly it's all on Izu, and he will fall. Smoggy with the final headshot. 3 players left standing. EDG will stretch the lead by 2.
EDG somehow in the midst of all of this, able to really turn things around so quickly, finding that Pit from Rossi. Early rounds, see if he can pick it up, and you still have Seekers, still have the Thrash from Carpe. So used a couple big ults, couldn't get the win, but you can still cycle a few more ults here for T1, so not the end of the world. Chichu gonna invest a bit of his own, gain a little bit of pressure. They're gonna try to clear him out.
Okay, ball gets cleared. Push their way forward there for a bit, but now decides to try to back away. Get the kill right off the rip, so finding it not that worth a try to keep themselves within this pit with that constant decay. I'm surprised that maybe they would send in the Thrash to try to get the lockdown on him.
Literally what I was just thinking. I was thinking the exact same thing. Even the Seekers can run in right behind the back of them, potentially try to find the kills that way. Because Chichu, if you just wait enough time here, you should be able to spot him out.
Oh my goodness. Trying to force him away from the teleporter there with the Molly, but Chichu just unwavering. Keep still, doesn't get clipped by any of those bullets, and now because of this, T1 starting to get ushered over towards the A site where there's 3 players waiting for them.
Including the operator of Kong Kong.
30 seconds
going
left.
to be easy.
He's in such a forward position here. Does still have the dash, didn't pop that one early. Thrash now is going to be unleashed. Flash goes in, but does not go his way. Haldong trying to hold the line, managing to find one before getting dropped. Extra picking up the kill. Off from Kong Kong, finds another. Goes up into the air, gets a headshot with the knives! The plant coming through. Can they interrupt it? Flash comes in. They do so, but now they have to stick the plant. Rossi trying to protect. He manages to do so. Spike gets planted. Up, recovered. Both players so very low. And it all comes down to Chichu as he swings the corner. Carpe gets the headshot. My God, what a recovery. T1 somehow win the round.
T1 finding value where it didn't feel like maybe there would be any Achilleos. That looked maybe like it was over. Now they're going to carry the op over into Saya player's hands. Trying to have him watch the A showers area. A flash out there though will confirm his presence from the TP by nobody. Now has to check again. They know there's people out here. They want to make, they're really trying to find this op, I think. Really want to know exactly where it is. And they're going to ping it out. I think they've identified. They have a pretty good idea.
Yeah. So player just sat back. Kong Kong pushing over towards him. Can he get the flick? It'd be a pretty wide one here. He's moved up, he slid up, he didn't see the barrel, now he does. And that's just an easy kill delivered over to Kong Kong.
What a play.
Yeah, picking that one up, nobody in the meantime. Also going to be finding Carpe. Shutting him down within hookah. Seems like Excrit and Izu both still playing over towards that side. Want to see if Rossi can maybe find something on the lurk. Maybe he can draw some attention, he can intercept these rotations. He's swinging himself back out along the site and just gets spotted.
I've got your
Fight to try to flush Haldong into the open, and he does, but Haldong nails the shot.
How?
Now, Seekers moving forward. Kong Kong in position to get the backstab, but maybe it doesn't matter, and it doesn't, because Haldong don't need no help. It's a flawless 3K for EDG's Brim.
Cute little play from EDG, and that really starts to set the snowball in that round. And really downhill.
Kong Kong posted on truck, really be extra for any of these sheriffs to try to find the shot. Doesn't just go for a timing here. Boomot sent forward, goes off, gets quite a bit of damage across. Side player, however, still able to find one, but Kong gets the collat. Izu and Excrit both going to be taken down. Now Kong looks to relocate back up over towards Heaven. The rotation coming through Chichu and nobody making their way over towards short, but weapons have been recovered. Vandals now in hand. It looks like Rossi will be the first one to make contact against these two players. Has the Guardian, how crisp can he be? Doesn't quite get the shot. Side player puts the operator down on the floor. Flash in, the turn, side player dashing over to the side, keeps himself elusive, keeps himself out of line of sight. Carpe as well, now rotating out of lamps, coming back around to the front of truck, and they just don't know where he is at. Catches him sleeping at T1, fire back. Keeping things close.
Man, just great. Obscured enough. They know the situation. They've identified there's two coming from short. They're able to work at a treat. Saya pops the blades. Kong potentially with the op. Another duel between these phenomenal jets.
Here.
Knives, first two, not quite connecting. Kong was ready, pushed up, had Shorty in hand. He was ready to take contact. But they'll just go ahead and back away. Orbital strike now going to be sent actually behind Hookah. It's cutting off anybody trying to push up into that spot, which was Carpe at the time.
Healing over
It's a
here.
little bit of damage. That healing comes through.
Here.
Back up, full HP. You can see them, they're waiting for this teleporter to be taken. They're starting to drift back. In the meantime, nobody though gets himself swung out wide, pushing through. Hookah finds the kill. Chichu will also get Izu. Now, we'll have to commit in towards the B side, but Kong arrives, re-arrives, I should say, and instantly claims the kill. Spike now on the floor. Nobody, just behind Carpe here.
Pull cat.
Sends a flash behind. Carpe says, okay, I heard that. Now I know where you are. Wingman to be sent for the plant, but this is interruptible, and it will be. As they swing around.
30
Kong
seconds.
on the line, gets Carpe, and Smoggy will claim side player. 7-5 of the half, EDG out in front, but man.
Your typical IGL, the guy who wore that mantle for the entirety of 2023. You've got to be impressed with what you've seen here so far. And EDG, you know, a lot of kind of cool little trap plays, trick plays. Ooh, gotta run.
Okay, just get quite a bit of damage out here, the vulnerable. Very much assisting, but how long in the meantime? Going to be able to find Saya player. He's down just outside of teleport. Don't mount. Kong dead on the entry. Jets out of the fray here as Izu will be able to find nobody. Continues to push back up, but then Howdong right back through. Manages to find that elimination. Cleanup coming in. Excrit now arriving, but they hear the footsteps. They know where he's at. He's got a ghost in hand. Needs to hit some headshots, and he gets two quick ones.
B.
48 HP versus 80, however. Chichu, he just has a classic. Right click. He's pushing up. It could end him, but Excrit gets the triple kill. The clutch comes through. And T1 will somehow, some way. This time around, looks like they will bring a Vandal into the fray here as well as a Bulldogs. And not just going to be the full Guardian squad for T1.
Right there.
An outside player situated up on top of truck. Kong dropping back down, shows his head. Okay, Carpe takes him a little second to respond, but he eventually gets the headshot. Does get dropped by Chichu, but it's a quick trade back. Now the push out from Shower, side player putting a shot into one of the shoulders. Manages to spray down Howdong, and the cleanup will come through. So Carpe the only casualty, but with the weapon recovered, not much loss for T1.
That's, you know, sometimes you see it with like Sheriffs and Guardians and stuff with Carpe where he's just like so clean with it. You're like, okay. Should this just be the gun used all the time? Oh, op for Saya. Push up pretty far forward, but snake bite there. Keep him at bay.
Curious if they anticipate this at all, given that it is just a bonus round for T1.
You would probably not, but with how much money they have, maybe you can read it.
Given that it is Saya and his proficiency for the operator, perhaps they have a slightly better idea that this could be in play. You can see them playing very cautiously, but inevitably Chichu is creeping closer and closer. He comes into that line. Oop, spots him. I think he might have seen just enough.
Toxin screen down.
It's great
now,
patience.
Yeah. Very nicely done to get that information. Now you can see that's going to drive everybody over towards B. Double stack into Hookah, Izu, and Rossi. Looking to hold the line here, but that guard and access is completely open for the time being.
Just Great stuff here from Chichu. Great awareness. I mean, regardless, a lot of times on the bonus teams will get aggressive down short anyway. A little confirmation with some utility across both sides. Izu's bailing right into a paint shell.
That paint shell will get a little bit of damage. Izu able to take down Kong before he falls. Rossi now trying to hold. Chichu strikes, hiding behind the box, managing to find one. Heard the spray from Rossi. They know that there's still going to be another player from T1 lingering here in Hookah, but the site is EDG's. Fight does not go deep enough. But what can Rossi do? Everybody's playing backside within the tube. Just not being given the angles. Sees the armor, but he cannot get the kill. Chichu finds him an outside player, the last man standing with that operator. Won't get to use it in this round.
Yep. And it's just good awareness from EDG is really all it takes for them to get across the finish line in this round to avoid anything disastrous. Only losing Kong, no problem at all. At least you didn't die to the op. Be nice if you could take the op. That would be the real best case scenario, but no way in heck Saya players really gonna allow that to happen. So EDG, it just takes some really smart
Basically taking up this mantle for the first time.
Right.
You know, if things aren't being communicated clearly enough. Good point, yeah. Could be the opportunity to go ahead and slow things down. Still looking to hold forward. Is he going to be going through? And that Trailblazer still managing to find a daze. Wingman going to be cleared out. Rossi full flash. Carpe, however, back over at Showers. The action has unfolded. Kong and Smoggy have both now died. Take them coming through. Carpe rather still swinging out and some time to Howdong, but Extra is there for the trade up. Now it's just Chichu and nobody left standing.
Love the pressure here onto Showers from T1 and Zaya player just waiting at the exit.
Right into the trap. Maybe this was the ultimate game plan. Push them into a teleporter and have Saya player staring. Chichu will be able to get the catch, but everybody else is teleported back across. Bite sent through. See if he can flush anybody off this spot, but you still have a double stack within the teleport, and now Saya player swinging over towards Link to watch this approach. But ultimately, I think Chichu, yes, has to drift away, has to just go for the save.
Yep, that is the right play here. Just, you know what, so what? You send a snake bite out, go fishing, see if you get lucky. But love the change up here off the timeout. You know, I thought Showers control something that might be considered by both teams. Left. Just how long B had been so highly prioritized. You know, teams often want to change things up, and it's T1 using this toxic screen, similar to what we saw with EDG, a bit of a different angle, but a similar idea in a way. They're able to kind of push some space on the back of it, catch them into the Showers, get Rossi pushed up into that corner, sort of where we saw Kong earlier, and get themselves a large advantage in the round. And then you can sort of just funnel him right into Saya player, and he's a steady hand with that op, no doubt about it. A lot to work with here. My eye's really on Excurate with this orbital strike. I think he's been a little hesitant to use it so far in this map today. Whereas we've seen with Howdong, as soon as he has it, there's like a play set up already in EDG's mind on how they want to play around that ult. So maybe just something that's taking a little bit of time for T1 to get Excurate fully kind of integrated.
Volley sent out. And okay, yeah, Kong still able to find that kill. Now orbital strike, however, going to be sent in, stops him from jumping out of Hookah, but damage not really going to be found. The heals start coming from nobody. Topping up this jet for the entry. Saya player still posted over outside of Showers, is not here to help peel off any of this pressure. That could very well come through from EDG, but it looks like they're going to make the call to maybe back off a little bit. Nobody, however, does get spotted. The trade attempt, not going to be found. Flash goes in, Kong blinded, but Smoggy is there for the covering fire. Izu gets dropped. Man advantage right now still in the hands of EDG. And Saya player statuesque not moving off that A site. Seems like he's fairly confident that the teleporter will get taken here, but I'm not so sure.
Yeah, I mean,
30
it
seconds
feels like
left.
this could be broken open here by EDG once they're kind of gathered, once they've got their senses about them again. It's going to be a little challenging.
Don't have any smokes to work with. Kong taking a bit of damage there, now tries to jump out. Curate,
down.
find one. Rossi on that side angle gets another, but Chichu swings in, cleans up two, and now similar situation. Left. Saya player, he's only got an operator in his hand. He can pick up a rifle within Hookah, but is it worth the risk when you're playing in towards this pit when Smoggy is one away from having that showstopper online?
This is... it's going to take a little bit of luck, potentially. They pinged it out, but he went right over it.
Jumps over the top, and Chichu will just be able to hound him down. Finds the kill. Up will be left, but there's cash aplenty here for T1. And pushes another one going into the next.
Gotten a nice double, or, you know, 2 kills between each of them. And this is quite fascinating with T1. Like, what? Yeah, okay.
Fishing for a jet.
Yeah. But you can see EDG is extremely cautious because of that op. And it feels like once they've identified where the op isn't, that's where they're going to be much more interested in pressing their advantage.
Yeah.
And I don't blame them.
Carpe now, he's rotating off. Everybody else gathering up here outside of Hookah. Also, he does have that newly nerfed Judge. Wisely swaps to the Classic, clear the boom bot, doesn't want to make it known, but as that flash connects, he starts wildly spraying, and Smoggy's nade will take him down. Hookah now broken open, showstopper sent. Izu cannot trade it fast enough. Smoggy gets himself a second kill. Rotations now coming through here from T1, but it's a triple approach from the defender's spawn to try to break this back open, and I think with Carpe dying, that is the door slammed shut in your face.
Not much left to do. They're going to see this hop too. They want it.
Uh-oh. And they can keep chasing forward. Side player, no dash, no cloud bursts, no nothing. 3 peeks, finds one. Gets the catch on the Kong. The swing around, coming in from behind. Chichu making his way over towards A. The jiggle peek. Not going to find anything to flash. Not connecting, but nor will the off shot. Side player continuing to backpedal. Jump around the corner. He gets one. It's his last pull of the chamber. Gets the no scope, but it has nothing else to work with. Smoggy will get 3 as well. And EDG will now get themselves a 2-round lead.
It'll take Smoggy too long to react to it with that showstopper. And now Kong is going to be gifted that op off of Saya player from the previous round. So nice carryover here. Now you've got Orbital Strike Seekers. See if they set up some kind of combo play. Oh my god, oh my god.
Caught by that one, but he still gets the headshot on the Saya player, shutting down the aggressive rush. Now long pushing forward, also finding Rossi. Knives out for Kong. Yep, there's a right click in. Izu taken out, up on the corner. Gets one, doesn't have anywhere to go, so Excrit will be able to take him out, but Chichu swings in, gets shut down. Brings this now into a potentially winnable position. Just a molly to work with, however. As the plant comes down, nobody trying to assess where he thinks it's going to be coming from, and there you go. Turns his sights back over towards short, gets the kill. He's going to try to sprint to grab the operator.
Good shots. A little bit off the mark with the read on the positioning. Viper's Pit invested for Rossi, and they're trying to spray him down.
Okay, Smoggy, a bit hopeful with that one, but looks a bit foolish in the end. Rossi untouched. Let's flash out, not going to be finding anything outside of Hookah. Spray here. Smoke's going to be called in from Execute to try. Keeps him shoved back. Oh, should have spotted the head there, but doesn't want to overstay his welcome. Instead, we'll just send out the Molotov here now. Try to buy some time.
Hotdog's got the Orbital Strike, so I'm kind of curious. I thought maybe they'd try to use that to get Rossi out of the pit, but for now they're just seemingly take their time to claim the site first, and then maybe use the strike to either cover the plant or just buying some time here, dealing with the thrash as well.
Sent through.
Yeah.
Drops it right in front of Truck. Still a rough spot to try to recover it, but with enough time and EDG kind of giving up a little bit of space, it could be possible, but looks like they're assessing their options here.
They still got both flashes, they still got a smoke, a bite, a lot to work with for EDG.
30 seconds left.
Still have to be concerned that this could be a rotation back through Link and Hookah. No one really watching those angles
Or
for
TP.
T1.
They can just TP out.
They could do that too. There's the bite. Get a sense of where that Viper's at for a brief little moment, but now time is dwindling. They have to commit to this side. Into the bite.
10 seconds
Spike
left.
now. Plant coming down. X-Crit goes on the swing! Managing to mow down two. Rossi finds nobody. And now it's just Haldong. But he's got a molly. He's got the Brim ult. He's also got an idea that this flank could be coming in.
Yeah, if he can deal with Saya, he's got a real shot at this.
Ball going through, does get a minor tag, the Seeker there. And Saya player gets line of sight, takes him down. And T1 not allowing for that map point to come through. They answer back.
And that's really, really nice for EDG because now Excurate does have his orbital strike, yes, but you were able to knock a couple really big ults out of T1's hands. Give yourself a little bit more breathing room to get this map secured. Just 2 more rounds is all you need. Howdong's been sitting on this ult for a couple rounds now, so let's see. Certainly EDG going to find an opportunity to use it here, but what is it going to be? So far, a lot of it's been used to set up other players, buy some space. Flash going to push back Izu just a little bit.
Oh,
Oh God.
Right on the edge of the smoke.
Oh boy.
Gun barrel not showing. If he goes a little bit further. Oh, it will, but Chichu not quite ready for it. Cannot find the kill. Orbital strike now going to be invested. Carpe collects the kill. Nobody, however, pushing up. Gets one. Sends a shot over in towards Hookah. Doesn't know that side player is there. Flash comes in. Meanwhile, Kong pushing out of showers rather. Will take down Rossi. Identifies the position of Excurate and has to back away. Shot from side player, will find nobody. Trying to shut down the push onto the B side. He gets a second, looks for the third, the flick not quite gonna connect. More bullets here in the chamber. Orbital strike sent down. Howdong trying to open things up, but he gets dropped. Saya gets his mark. Kong swinging out, cannot get Excurate. And that'll be the end of the round as T1. One more round to tie us up.
Some water.
The already weakened Kong. Both Brim ults now expended. Smoggy moves over to a Bucky. Side player waits. The dash now expiring. Just a classic in the hands of Kong. He sends out a bullet to try to intimidate, but has to just hightail it in the opposite direction.
Smoggy took a ton of damage on the way in. It was just spam or what?
Spray across. Howdong as well getting tagged up. Flash goes in. Great turn from it though. Carpe managing to avoid it. Paint shell's coming down. Kong going aggressive. Somehow gets the kill. Finishes the bomb now. Nobody arrives. Excurate going to be eliminated. Side player here setting up the shot. Gets blinded. Up traps inside a shower. The covering fire from Rossi in heaven is enough to ensure his survival.
Oh, what a play from Rossi to bail Saya out there. That was looking real dangerous. Saya right through the wall finds Howdong, and Smoggy's still alive despite taking all that damage off the beginning.
The one who ate the most on the way in. Last one standing, the last one to fall. T1 continue by his hands.
Well, push out from Long B here from T1. Kong on the other side of the map holding showers down. T1 trying to set up Saya. He's ahead of it.
Does not get full flash here. The dash, however, going to be expiring. Breeds for it, managing to get the kill, and the punish is not going to be found. Makes his exit. Nobody couldn't swing that corner to try to get him. Great opening shot. The side player looks to take T1 up to map point.
Love that early aggression from T1.
Look at this trading places that's happening,
though.
though.
What the world?
Kong got himself forward, but side player is ready for this. Perfectly identifying that they have given up position on the site itself.
Awesome stuff. Great coordination here from T1. This is a great play call from Autumn.
Oh, and nobody in here. Also expecting this wraparound to be coming through. But can't do anything to stop it. Excurate on the swing, just so damn clean with it. It looks like for EDG, that timeout is not going to lead to a round win, and given the money at the moment here for the squad, things could be rough. Chichu tries to get across, but side player has just been sat there holding that line the entire time. Here's the TP, glances around, Carpe swings the corner, gets the shot, and T1 hands to Smoggy, expected for nobody, but they do manage to scrape together an attack.
The aggression that can be long, both of the extremities, that gives them a lot of information. And immediately after Saya gets that kill, he's on his horse to cover that spawn angle, kind of sensing the aggression that EDG naturally wants to take. It's just so well thought out from T1.
Okay, well, a judge in the hands of Smoggy, expected for nobody, but they do manage to scrape together an attack operator here for Kong, feeling this is the way that they get themselves up to OT. Triple push out here towards Fountain. Howdong finds Carpe. Two, however, have made it past. I'm not sure if they have that much information about it. Seekers sent out. That's going to reveal Rossi. Swing onto the corner. Howdong able to find another kill, and Chichu gets Izu up over the top. Extra can't track it fast enough. Smoggy lands, takes him down, and suddenly Saya player, the last one standing. He's got the knives.
Let's go.
but he doesn't have a weapon that he can recover. Cloudburst is used up over the top. Showstopper now threatened. Popped over by the portal. Smoggy waiting. When and where does he send it? Side player anticipating and looks away for a moment, and that's when nobody strikes. 12-12, EDG. They take us to overtime. Just players wanting to go for that operator over and over again. Between the likes of John Olsen and Buzz on Haven. Kong, similar thoughts, and he is positioned in a good spot. This is where the majority of the T1 players are. Is he going to be cleared out? Chichu into the corner. Full flash. Kong able to find one, but Time picks up another one. The repeat comes in. Kong's going to be good for two. But the trades are solid. The flash is even better, however, but nobody can't quite get Izu. Takes him to 19 HP. Had the dink wallbang. And now Izu has the Seekers and sends them loose.
He's going to go for the TP. The lurk from Rossi. Going to bump into Haodong.
Spots him, gets the kill, and there's the teleport. Smoggy already on the rotate, but the paint shells have been expended. He sent it over towards Garden, so does not have that to try to intercept this plant. Covering fire there from Rossi. Knows that he's behind the box, but he can't get either of them. Isu somehow survives the round, gets 3 in it. Dueling operators. Kong once again trying to bring this into play. He's expecting maybe some forward presence. Pressure applied, but I mean, yeah, you see this heavy stack here. It is just Saya player over on that A site right now.
And EDG has to be careful in market. They're pinging the heck out of it because they got some contact off of the flash in mid. So they need to make sure that it's safe. It's going to back Kong up just momentarily. They're going to have to use this. So this is kind of funny, you know, EDG's being overly cautious. Costs him that Trailblazer. Saya, see if he can find an opportunity.
Oh, the smoke does not drop in here, and Kong swings right into his line of sight. Gets the catch on the one, but EDG still pushing forward. Have control of this one, but they're still wary that Saya player is not here alone. We know that he is, but EDG is trying to suss that out right now. Seems like now they're sufficiently satisfied that it is just that operator in heaven with the rotations now coming through. The spike gets planted. Double approach getting ready to come up through market over towards short. Smoggy sending out the boom bot. Not going to find too much of anything as the Dizzy comes around the corner, but it expires right before the blind would have popped. Wingman getting ready to go off. Haodong trying to make his way into the smoke, and Carpe shuts him down. The swing comes through. Nobody able to find one. Smoggy gets the second. Triple approach now. They're in onto the site. Chichu finding one. They're holding this one though. Saya player, he's got a deep line. They're sticking it. Not like this, EDG! They think it's a tap, but it is not T1!
The large scale picture of the maps themselves. So onto Lotus, you know, a map that definitely very, very exciting with X-Curate as well. Saw him start to really heat up.
Anticipating maybe that TP up on the top. He's only got 3 more bullets. Bought 4, but puts that second one to good use. Looks for the third, but Smoggy with a nice reply. Strike him down. So a 1-for-1 orb going to be taken, try to get towards that nightfall. Now EDG can just drift away.
Rossi planted. Information found here for the side of T1. Carpe just kind of dancing back and forth with Chichu. Either player spotting each other. Oh, maybe they caught a glimpse of it, or maybe this is just a planned push out.
Okay, Trailblazer jumps forward, doesn't get the stun. Pain Shell's going to be sent over his way, but maybe the balance actually didn't quite go deep enough, so Chichu going to be unscathed. Now, Baby Door going to be broken in as the rest of EDG starts to flood over towards this B site. Fight coming down. They're kind of stuck, but side player, 2 quick kills coming through. The response is in, however. Now sees on a Rossi, gets the dink, but Smoggy still stands. 22 health, but it's all on Izu. Creeping over from this position, and I mean, realistically, in their minds, he could be anywhere, but now they know exactly where he's at. Wide split set up, takes quite a bit of damage, tries to retreat, but Chichu will be able to capitalize for the kill, and EDG will get their first pistol round win of the series.
Smoggy, that sees right away, expecting the quick rotation from Rossi. Grenade out early, backing off T1, at least for now. Gonna try to check with the Prowler, confirm at least that the chamber is there. But off to the other side of the map, not much in terms of defensive presence here for T1.
I'm a little bit curious to go for it with the Headhunter rather than the Classic. Maybe you're just trying to tell that it is only the chamber on that side of the map. Either way, EDG aren't playing in towards it. Now, down to just the 2 Headhunter bullets. Sees in the back of A over a drop, see if they can get a catch onto anybody, but all of T1 very much just outside of the sight.
Spike planted.
And given the weaponry, given the positions they find themselves in,
We died a spike?
yeah, I'm gonna say maybe just a full 5-man attempt, but see the flank does start coming through. Too pressured over at Rubble, gets the headshot on the side player. They're looking for the stun. They do daze him up, but there's no line of sight, no way for Carpe to really capitalize on this one. Now he's been spotted. Walking on a bit of a hunt. Rossi swinging in from Baby Door, does manage to find one, but nobody will trade that right back. Just the one casualty. Now 2 is Carpe with his Guardian. Looking accurate as all hell. Gets himself a second kill. Time starting to tick away, but already good damage dealt here by T1. Not really going to be playing for this round win, but playing to try to take the weapons out of their hands. They'll take them low, but can't quite get the guns. Spike will go off, but Smoggy falls. Only had the Marshal in his hand, so it's not the biggest loss, but
Could potentially get both of them with the spike explosion. Like you said, yeah, it's only one, and yeah, it was only the Marshal, but he'll take those, and now Rossi with that Odin going to be looking to lock it down, and yeah, there's that TP out.
doesn't go for the overstay, just gets the hell out of there. Carpe playing forward, ready to meet them here. Clear out on that haunt. 2 kills going to be found. Chichu with the stinger, able to get Carpe. Now Easy going to be taken out as well, but Extra and Saya player have the cleanup. 2 casualties here on the T1 side of things as they get themselves on the board.
From the showstopper, Smoggy went away from a Nightfall. There's a couple ultimates that could come into play into this round. Carpe close on the Seekers. Rossi.
Oh, there's a tap on that door.
Yep.
Rossi ready for the spam. They're straying away from it for the time being. There's the open up, so yeah, I mean, you knew he had a note in the last round, so you know that he's going to be playing on this side of the map all the same. It's a matter of whether or not he can find value. I think Mike going to be thrown down. Kong caught over by stairs, trying to advance forward. Nobody as well wanted to push in, but he's on top of the vulnerable. On top of that bite. He ends up getting dropped. With how long at 51 HP. All the save might have to be made pretty early here from EDG.
Kong seeing if he could use that small, narrow spot. The toxic screen. Carpe still crisp right now.
He's got Extra watching the approach, and now swinging forward, trying to get closer and closer. The Prowler cleared out. Smoggy kind of getting that fadeaway headshot. Gonna be good for one. Side player rotates back in to watch the front of B. Catches Chichu. Again, just losing one player.
Some let's goes. Yeah, absolutely. Now you've got the showstopper. Now you've got those Seekers. Nightfall as well. But a couple Marshals, a couple Sheriffs, and a Stinger for the side of EDG. Let's see if we can find some value there. But smoke going to come down.
Oh, X-Grid finding nobody on a walkabout. Was trying to drift over towards Rubble. Got out in front of that Viper wall. Took the kill. Now Rossi is at top B. Chichu dead. And the likelihood of being able to find much value here in this round is dwindling for EDG. Side player just out of range of the paint shields as well. Just couldn't get deep enough to find anything. Haldong will get a nice headshot. Takes out Saya, but Carpe, I don't think they are ready for him this close, and they are not. Finds the kill. Easy joins in. Pop flash out. Carpe on the hunt. Gets himself a second, and T1 gets the lead.
Got it. Sure. Let's see now.
There.
With rifles, with the op now for Excurate. One away from his ultimate. Here we go.
Moving forward, but no one playing up. Nobody. Who's just around the corner, making sure that he can't get spammed out by any of this. Now, the pressure seemingly dwindles. They're going to start advancing back into this area here. Up in hand, waiting to see it. The showstopper actually shoves them back, buying time for this Nightfall to potentially expire, but Extra gets the shot through the Prowler into Kong. Who's having a rough time so far.
Love the patience from T1. You know, nobody panics on the back of that Nightfall. You use the showstopper. Yeah, you're not going to get kills for it initially, but that allows you to bait Kong out because he thinks he's got the space, and he does not to get out of that door. Okay, Saya trying to play off the back of the Trailblazer. Carpe maybe going to set him up with a flash. No satchels though. Yeah.
It doesn't have any quick exit, quick entry, and that Jiggle Peak not going to be enough to actually swing out wide, and as Smoggy goes for it, Saya player at the ready. Just domes him.
30
now, though,
seconds left.
holding a narrow angle over at A. Here's the tap on the door. Couple teammates nearby. Nobody pushes forward. Might be able to see a pixel out of place. He needs to get across the wall before getting in the line of sight. Oh, spots him, but it's just not enough. The wall bang at that distance. Cannot find the
10
elimination.
seconds left.
Seeker goes
One
forward.
enemy
Carpe
remaining.
interrupts the plant.
Spike
Now
down.
it is just on Chichu, but Xcuret continues to look absolutely excellent. When it comes down to this opping on this chamber, 4-2.
Like, everyone knows how to react. So the protocols here are so good for T1. Like, specifically the way that they react to that Nightfall. Everybody knows exactly what their job is. Everybody holds where they're supposed to. You know, Xcuret is very clean with the op. I'm not super surprised by that, given his history as a professional esports player.
Oh, man.
Whoa!
An explosion of
Spike
death
down,
as Izu
B.
finds 2 off the back of Kong going down. They managed to find 1, but Paranoia will connect, but not before Carpe finds the kill, and Xcuret will get himself a second once more. 5-2. T1 starting to run away with this map.
It's time to dig a little bit deep here, and look at this T1 stack onto the C. I think they were expecting an attempted C hit, but this looks like a B hit. This looks like they're going to set up potentially crossover from the door at a link, and they're using their utility to try to clear that space. There is Saya here with the Astra Stars.
It's on a line, but Xcuret, I mean, the door opens up, he hits line of sight. That's Chichu gone. All he does is plant the lockdown, and then he just falls apart. Kong now starting to jump forward. Gravwell helping to lock him into position. Tain does get the catch onto 1. As the pit now going to be dropped in. I mean, yeah, tension is running high at the moment here for EDG. The showstopper could be huge, and you know that there's somebody just around the corner. And that is going to be the showstopper sent in, and we'll be able to find Rossi. Kong does get whittled away at 24 HP remaining on him. His side tries to spray out, but even with the low health, Kong holds down that top B position. Izu now gone. Xcuret swinging around from behind. Spots 1. Smoggy dead. 3v3 now remaining. Nobody spotted, but they cannot take him out. The pit will stand. Xcuret, he continues to do damage. And with the economy here from EDG, holding onto these weapons would be damn nice for them, but it's only going to be the 2 that they carry forward, but they will at least stop the bleeding, stop the win streak, and get themselves up to 3 rounds.
Yeah, you've got a pretty good idea that maybe they're going to try B with the ults that they have available, right? With the lockdown in the Viper's pit, yeah, they can go A, but it's easier to set those up towards C or B. You could open up that door and set up Xcuret, and yeah, the round doesn't go T1's way, but they made EDG invest everything for it.
Playing on very narrow margins here, our EDG just not quite giving. That line of sight over. Xcuret is going to be waiting. Tries to go for the shot, see if he can get some timing. Carpe now also revealing his presence here over at Mouth. The C sent out, not going to be finding much of anything there. Side player continues to hold the line. Now nobody going to be dropped, and that is going to be the spike. Drop down on the floor. Howdong quick to grab it. Snatches this one up. The rest of his team not in position to take a sight, so he can't just use it from the shadows to try to go get a quick plant. Instead, it seems like ultimately this A site is still where they want to end up, but Izu not going to get hit by that Paranoia. The kill's still found. Howdong low on health, however. Rossi waiting for some sound, now decides to go ahead and try to break the door. Still some doubt.
Spike planted.
Chichu, however,
yeah,
really late lurk. Push forward though, Kong trying to investigate drop. Side player is there. Shadows traveling. And the dog, oh no. 5 HP, the Trailblazer comes in. Carpe getting the elimination. The jump shot, Xcuret will get Smoggy, and Chichu, he's still back at Baby Door, and they know exactly where he's at. He can't do a damn thing. The push-up comes in. Xcuret absolutely crushing it.
Don't even start
T1.
that shit here, mate.
that is pretty nasty.
This is disgusting.
Well, just think about like the other risk you're taking. If you drop this op over to the Kong, you know what I mean? Like, that's scary, but the confidence here from T1, just the execution from Xcuret, impeccable. He hasn't even had to use his ult. Why? He's not dying. Who cares?
Nobody drifting across. Gets himself over towards Rubble. Kind of splitting the difference, watching the center of Rubble relying on his ability to be able to flick to either the left or the right side. And looks like it doesn't hold up. Nobody managing to swing out, gets that kill. And that's an operator that they can pick up for themselves. Chichu in the meantime still going on a lurk. This site still being watched by Rossi, and there you go. The kill comes in. Side player, oh, Shorty out, trying to push forward with the snake bite with all the decay. Manages to take him down, and now Kong, now he's got an AWP in his hands. Isu quick to take it out, though. Breaks the wall. Can't scope in fast enough.
Do you use the Cosmic Divide here? I say yes. Why not? Go for it.
You don't know how many weapons they necessarily have recovered. Well, actually, I guess you could track them all. So you know that probably one of them is still going to just be having a Sheriff. Taunt goes through. Nothing spotted. Bite. Cut off that tree access, but Smoggy swinging out, managing to find one, and Haodong is right there alongside him. So kill going to be found. A thrifty pickup here for EDG, and the operator recovered as well.
Can EDG build some momentum? Can they make this a 6-6 half? The problem is a lot of ults for T1. A lot.
A lot of ults, and I believe, yep, there we go. We do have the investment coming through here.
Oh my God.
Dropped on C. All in hand. Excurate puts Kong down, making sure that he cannot get value out of that recovered operator.
A little bit of a whoopsies there from Carpe, but that's okay.
While side player still posted up, spots another. Nobody needs the wide swing, but Isu comes in. The covering fire is just too damn good. A push up into the smoke, and Rossi didn't even need to see Smoggy. He knew they'd be playing together.
I mean, again, it's the layers on layers for T1.
There must be something in the Susanto bloodline that stops Kong from being Kong.
That's true.
Excurate going to be backing off. Paint shells nicely lined up. Do get a little bit of damage there as Kong going to go bouncing forward with that showstopper in hand. Chichu and Smoggy going to be getting some kills here. Smoggy finds two. Nightfall instantly invested. Not going to be able to catch anybody though. Rossi and Isu on the opposite side of the map. It looks like EDG should be able to get this up to a 7-5 half.
One enemy remaining.
Hey, just nothing you can do there.
That should be the final nail.
Yeah. What do you think?
Poison's off.
Odin 4K?
I hope not.
Not with the turret here.
Okay, well there's one. Turret no longer matters. Swap over. Quick here on the Prowler, but it's a triple stack high-low. No hope in hell there for Rossi. Would have been probably the most impressive play that we will have ever seen.
Sides.
I would take it.
Because I imagine the players will be doing a signing after this.
Look at this. They want to use Excurate as the tip of the spear.
Hello. Well, they do. He manages to get one. The dink.
The dink.
Does connect there on to Smoggy. Upon as he fades back. In the meantime, Kong pushing forward. Izu. Is he ready for it? Yes, he is. Wow. Haodong also here. Oh, very well aware. Smoke comes down. I think Haodong maybe just recovering the Sheriff. He does. T1 looking like they're going to continue to just run away with these pistol rounds. Only surrendering one so far.
Looking good. Again, awareness just otherworldly for T1 at times. Like you said, it helps that they have a little bit more tape on what's going on, but regardless, everybody in the right place at the right time, looking at the right angles. See if Carpe can kind of shut down this attempted retake from EDG.
So far, nothing being seen there. Chichu continuing to hang back. That flash told him that there was at least either one already at drop or playing on top of it. Push out. Rossi, the instant headshot and the follow-up. It's all on Smoggy. He will find one before getting taken out. Rossi, quick to reply, gets the upgrade on the pistol as well. And T1, 3-1 in pistols here in this series so far.
Yeah, it's a big part of why they are where they at. And Rossi's been really good with the Classic. I mean, he's putting himself in really good positions, getting some good right clicks. Left clicks there too, but he's been really impactful with that Viper on those pistol rounds. Again, it can be, you think it looks easy, but it's not. Not at this level. Players who can one-tap you with a Ghost. Finding those angles, finding those spots. The C's attempted to slow this down, but it's bypassed right away.
I mean, this is full steam ahead.
Yeah.
Just pushing forward, grabbing the orb side player, trying to get that showstopper online. So first charge towards that door now going to be tapped, and Smoggy has to pull all the way back up. top of rope here.
They're flanking around, but the trademark is there to track it, traded kills.
Okay. Get some haunt reveals. Spike now planted. No raises found. Triple push in from behind. Excurate already shutting down one. Now starting to advance forward, but shots out. How long? Finding Carpe there. It's an elimination. Looks for a little bit more, but got so many eyes trained on this angle. There's not much the Smoggy can do to try and reinforce from stairs. He will be able to get two. Maybe I spoke too soon. It's Rossi. Drifting across the side. Smoggy checking. Has another haunt, but the time is ticking. If he wants to get this defused, he's going to have to stick to it here pretty damn soon. And greatly done there from Rossi. Just completely ignores the haunt, swings the corner, gets the kill. But what a bloody brawl. T1 losing multiple players there in what should have been an anti-eco.
I mean, just nasty, nasty sheriff shots. Smoggy in particular hit a couple really good ones there. And those are like, those kind of shots are the things you start to look at and say, well, is that going to be the momentum changing in this match? Yeah, sure, EDG doesn't win it, but you know, the psychological and the economic damage is there. Like, T1 has to now start respecting those kind of things from the side of
now
EDG.
We have an attack off here in the third round.
Why not?
He's walking across some paint shells, so it does need to snap back. The damage exchange on either side, but the sky is here for the side of T1, so Excurate will get back up to 100 HP. Hong Kong, in the meantime, is going to be left at 63.
The Odin as well, on the attacker side. So I'm curious, like, what kind of angles and setups. I mean, sometimes you'll see it, like, to hold down, similar to what Excurate is looking at, just trying to spam across, but get a little bit further up towards the rubble. You can hold down that long A angle, but T1.
Shells not deep enough to clear any of this KJ util though, so the nanoswarms stay up.
I think that's more just to get the orb for sure. And that, sure. As EDG, you should be able to recognize that they're not, you know, going to get aggressive off that paint shells. But they're kind of peeling back. You know, T1's just perfectly hidden. No Prowler connection, no Honk connection.
Oh, Kong, does he swing this?
30
Really,
seconds left.
Any sort of noise before trying to make the play. Does get off the angle. Poison orb now thrown down. Pushed up. Smoggy swinging up from tree, trying to find a target. But Carpe takes him out. Rossi now moving up. Kong will be able to give a parting gift kill over on the Saya player before getting taken down. The plant will get started in
10
Izu.
seconds left.
Hearing that noise, there's at least one top B. And this could be a monstrous backstab flank.
I saw a quick look by nobody towards this direction, but
I don't think they're looking for it anymore.
Yep.
Shot from Excurate finds Haodong. Now their attention has to be paid in towards the site, so Izu absolutely going to be getting some value. How patient does he go? So he just goes straight in for one of the kills. The swing out, Chichu finds Rossi. There's one behind him, but he can't deal with it. Izu will find the kill. The bank is broken, and T1 gets the double digits. But so far, it's been looking gorgeous. 26-0.
yeah, he's insane. He's just absolutely so clean, so disciplined, knows all the angles already.
Oh, that jiggle peek
boy.
is not enough to spot Haodong, and oh, he will get a nice little headshot through the corner of that archway there.
Barely gets out.
Rossi will be able to escape, and Carpe has heals, so he'll not be quite as worse for wear. Three-man setup starts coming through here from EDG on this C site.
Let's see, Prowler out towards B, cleared. And the Sheriffs have been great for EDG, but they've been on them too much to really get the value out of these rounds that they would like.
Okay. Made it into backwater, Seekers let loose. Drives them away for a brief little moment, but nobody continues to inch forward. Gets himself right here alongside Waterfall, but now has to back away as the flash connects. Spray in, damage dealt, kill found. Do they know that there's another one here? Izu's just a frame off for being able to get that kill, but
He knew.
gets the reload off and does manage to find it. Nobody had already taken so much damage. Smoggy and Haodong now.
Enemy remaining.
Nothing much more to be done as Rossi snaps onto the head. Up shot, not gonna connect. Cannot draw down that headhunter fast enough. Haodong has to go for the reload, and I mean, they're just sending everything at him. Saya player will just swing out, get the one tap, ops picked up, T1 This is where we suspect that timeout can come into play. The stage being set by After, going into the future buy round. That's it right now. EDG need to find a win here if they want a chance at winning this map. Otherwise, they're playing for overtime.
Cosmic
Again,
Divide.
though, looks like it's just going to be a full set over here on to C once again. Nobody. The only one here to try to greet them. But oh no, never mind. Chichu swings in from Waterfall and kills two with an arrow swarm. Now he's on for an ace. The up is in hand, but nobody will take it from him. But my God, things just absolutely collapsed in the blink of an eye for T1.
You know, sure, why not? You know, you've got plenty of rounds to mess around with where you can just try a round like that. So you don't have to give away any extra strats or anything. Just see if you can just brute force your way through them. Who cares? Why not? Try it. Didn't work? Okay. Neat. I've got, you know, X-Great's got his ult. He can bank up for another op, no problem. You've still got that Cosmic Divide. You've still got the Odin. Everything is fine, but now the problem is lockdown and op for Kong Kong, one away from a showstopper as well. So some big tools to play with for EDG that could start swinging some momentum around.
Tap on the door, it's going to be a Prowler, trading places there with the Trailblazer, cleared out. Now the Cosmic Divide coming through and a quick little glimpse at one player. Saya player is down to 1 HP.
Oh,
that
God.
paint shell about to mess his day up, but he swings in and finds Kong Kong. Nobody dead simultaneously as T1 do a full pivot into the B site. My God, what movement and accuracy from Saya to stay alive.
My jaw is on the ground. Unbelievable.
One player detained. Haodong swinging Rossi on the side. You can tell that he is suspicious about this, but he's not sure which way to look. Tries to go for the 180 pivot, but Carpe is just a little bit faster. Chichu now sprinting forward out from the C site, shut down. Smoggy, nothing more that he can do as Saya player will drift around the back. 1 HP, survives the entire way through the rest of the round, and T1 to raise because of radius and all that kind of stuff. But the guaranteed damage is 1, so if he got hit by any little bit of that,
Exactly.
obviously was going to die.
Yes.
Just gets away from it. The timing is absolutely perfect. Accurate, pushing forward. No attention paid, however, towards top rubble, so it does get struck down. Nice opening kill here for Haodong. As he and Kong Kong will take a very forward position. On the other side here of the half wall, and side player now taken out, utilizing that one way to perfection.
You got that showstopper.
But does he feel it's necessary to send it here?
No.
You already know that you have him corralled. Gotten 2 kills. Things could fall apart quickly, but for now, wants to be able to save it. Boombot cleared, a little bit of spam. Blast pack, not finding too much. Now Izu answering back with 2 kills. They equalize at 3v3.
Okay, maybe you should have.
The wall broken down. Smoggy dodging out of the flash, sending the Prowler, trying to see if he can get anything. Gets a quick little attach, but shortly thereafter, it expires. Everybody makes their way through the door. Chichu cannot get line of sight. Fight the back dog. Check out the rest of the site. Trailblazer not going to be spotting much of anything here as nobody makes his way up into the smoke. The spray coming through takes him down about half HP. Now even lower. 5 health remaining for him. The pit going to be invested. Rossi, they want to end this right now as Izu gets the kill. Chichu taken out. They all pull back in towards tree. Push forward, coming in. Izu setting up yet another star. Nobody. Sending out a bite, trying to get something, trying to whittle away with them. Get as much damage as he can. Izu does get tagged at 49. There's the grab well. Gonna pull them out into the open. The spam coming through. Nobody finding one. The headshot found. The spray coming in. Smoggy, the last one standing, and he will fall. Rossi with the pit will utilize it to get the win. 13-6. T1